Hello everybody, it's Paige. Excited to get to it right away. So I saw this quote about whatever it is that we're going through in life, we should decide, right? Like we always have to make a decision, like even on the road, we have to make a decision right away. Like you have to make a choice. So in your practice today, without overthinking it, breathe in, breathe out, and decide, right away. Let your intuition guide you. So we'll start just seated, however you want to sit. Bring your hands to prayer and touch your thumbs to your third eye center, pretty much in between the eyebrows in that area. Take an inhale. Exhale it out. Close your eyes and a few more sets like that. Breathe in. Breathe out. And decide. What do you want this practice to be about today? What do you want it to bring to you, to wake up in you, to make you remember, to make you realize? Whatever you want it to be. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then decide. And from here, we'll go ahead and release the arms. Reach over to the right. And extend to the side here. And then back up. And then over to the left. So again, a little side body stretch. I'm sitting on my heels, but you could sit on a block, on blankets, bolster, or you could sit cross-legged with us. We're just getting into the side bodies a little bit, just starting this way. Let your head release each time you go to the side. And we're going back and forth. And you can kind of push off the ground and then make it over to the other side. And go ahead and finish it out. Come back up. Hands to prayer. Take an inhale. Exhale, interlace your fingers. Take an inhale. Exhale, push your fingers away. Stretch them out. Round your spine. Tuck your belly in. Inhale. Think cat to cow while seated, and then exhale to cat. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, bring it down. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more time like that. Exhale. Keep the hands interlaced, bring them up, and then do some circles here with your hips and your chest. Go both directions, just kind of wiggling it out here for a moment. Take an inhale, reach up, and then exhale, gently release the arms down. Let the blood go back into the arms for a moment. We're gonna bring the right elbow high. With your left hand, grab your right elbow and give it a pull. Breathe either with it here, trying not to push your head forward, chin as parallel as you can to the ground, or maybe binding behind your back. Maybe, maybe not. 2 more breaths. If you wanted to try to lean forward, it's going to become more intense in the bottom arm. So if you want to try that out, you can go for it. 1 more breath here. Set back up. Ooh, release the arms slow, kind of shake them out. We'll go for the other side. Left elbow high. Grab on with the right hand, give it a tug. Relax through your facial expression here. You can hold here or try to bind behind your back, wiggle it up. You can always place a strap, a belt, a towel between the hands to make the difference. So you're breathing into it. Get that elbow high, chin parallel to the ground. If you felt like you need a little more intensity, lean forward. If you're like leaning right and it's like, oh no, that's not gonna work for me, that's okay. 1 more breath. Release slowly. Be nice to your shoulders. Kind of shimmy them out here. Good. And from here, we'll go ahead and roll the wrist. And then we'll place our hands so that our fingertips are pointing in towards each other, palms are up, and we'll rock a little left and right, getting into the forearms, getting into the front of the wrist. And then have the fingertips point out and do the same thing. So you're getting like the inside of the wrist and the front of the wrist at the same time. Just a little different ways to stretch them out here. And then from here, let's have the hands a little forward, toes curl under. Go ahead and find a downward facing dog with your knees pretty bent. Push your tailbone as high as you can, then relax the heels down. Then unshrug your shoulders, shake out your head, release in the jaw, breathe here. Exhale, settle in. 2 more. Exhale. 1 more breath in. And then look forward for ragdoll. Just for a moment. Bend the knees, shake it out, move around, wiggle out any tension, and just notice where it's at first so that we can give those areas lots of love, lots of attention today. So you breathe in, you breathe out, and you decide what you need in that moment. Interlace your fingers behind your back, reach your fist forward. Turn your toes out a little wider, heels also out a little wider. And we're gonna bend the knees. Actually, if you want more of a challenge, toes point forward, but nice wide feet helps. And then we're gonna go ahead and bend the knees, release the arms, reach them forward and hold here. Arms go as high as you can. Exhale, interlace your fingers behind your back and then lean the weight a little bit more forward. 2 more of those. Bend the knees, toes out can help, but toes forward is the challenge. Look up, reach up, big breath in. Exhale, fold into it, releasing, softening the knees as much as you need. 1 more time. Sit into it, but reach it up. And now from here, let's try this out. We're gonna see if we can come all the way up to Tadasana with wide feet. Take an inhale, bring it all the way up. Exhale, hands on your hips. Let's do some hip circles. 3 in one direction. And then we'll go for 3 in the other direction. Connecting into a nice full breath for this half an hour class. And then we'll bring it up. Big breath in. Interlace your hands behind your head. Lift your heart up. Press your head into your hands and back bend. Inhale, come back up. Exhale, keep your hands interlaced behind your head. Tuck your elbows in, soften the knees. Go ahead and release the arms. Inhale, halfway lift, press into the shins. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Take an inhale and shift forward to your tippy toes. If you need to take your knees, you can. Lower all the way down for chaturanga, or all the way down to the ground. Press the tops of your feet. Roll your shoulders back, look down. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, back and down. Fingertips, go forward again. Strengthen your back. Exhale, lower. Hover the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Bring just your right arm out to the right, 90-degree angle. Right ear goes down. Bend your left knee. Open up here for a moment into that right pec. It's okay if your left leg is just hovered in the air. Keep pushing your right shoulder head down. 1 more breath. And back into center. Then same thing other side. Roll it open. Left ear down, right leg is bent. Back into center, nice and slow. And from here, bend your knees, we'll come up for Sphinx. And actually rock your legs to the right and left. Massage out the tops of your legs here and your thighs. It might feel nice, especially if you have been running with weights, anything like that, right? We can just massage them out a little bit. From here, we'll go ahead and push it back into a tabletop. Do a threading of the needle with the left arm underneath the right. And we're gonna bring the right leg out to the side. Right arm goes up and then lean back into it for a moment. 1 more breath here. To be really nice, keep your right foot where it is. Bring your right hand down. Bring your left hand down. So it's like tabletop, but we have the right leg out to the right. From here, let's go ahead and take a puppy pose. So you're gonna open your armpits, your heart, your throat, and try to sink towards the ground here. Notice what holds you back. Notice if you're like in limbo in your practice, right? We want to really be confident moving through this practice. So really just choose what you need to and stand strong in your choice. We're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna face this way just so you can see. So we're like that on the side. Bring your left hand down to the left, right arm high. And from here, we can take some choices, either bottom knee to the top elbow and extend it out, bring it in, any of that, or maybe back leg, top elbow, extend it out, bring it in, any variation here, and then one more. Bring it back into your tabletop. Bring your right arm high and thread the needle all the way down. So you're gonna stay there in the threading of the needle, and you're gonna bring your left leg out to the left, press into the pinky edge, and then lean back through the left arm. Your left palm is facing towards the ceiling. Breathe here. And like lean back into it. Now, as you bring your left hand down, we're gonna walk our hands out in front of us. Sometimes I like to do fingertips. Try to keep your right hip over your right knee. So you're pushing your hips back still. Go ahead and sink through your armpits, your heart, through your throat. You can even move the left leg out to the left even more if you're feeling it. Exhale. Breathe in. Breathe out. And then decide, again, in each moment, what you need by being present and being confident in your choices. Stand by those choices even when they're really hard, to know that you can really trust yourself. Walk your hands back in. And then from here, keep the left leg out to the left. Right hand is gonna go down. I'm just showing you from this angle, but you would be facing the front of your mat. The left arm goes high. So again, press into the bottom hand, maybe bottom knee to elbow, extend your leg out a few times. Or back leg to elbow, knee, open it up, pull it in, open it up, pull it in. Go ahead and release. Bring it back into your tabletop, facing the front of the mat. From here, downward facing dog. Bring your feet together, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale, lengthen, lift your toes. Exhale, forward fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale again, forward fold. We're gonna go one more. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Chin to chest, roll up to standing, let your arms kind of dangle. Shoulders up and onto the back. Now, roll through your neck as well. And go opposite direction. And then bring your arms up. Inhale. Pause with your hands to prayer. Gaze at the fingertips or close your eyes. Breathe here. So whatever has been bothering you, go with your gut. Go with your gut instinct. We'll work on some core to wake up that energy at the gut. Let's go ahead and bring the right leg high. And from here, let's bring it back into airplane. Open it up into half moon. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Stay with it, stay with it. If you can't open it up into half moon, it's okay if you release like I just did. Open it up, open it up, open it up. Then standing split, kick it high. Jiva squat, sit into it. Kick it back up high. And then land it to the back of your mat. Drop your right knee down and pull back into a half split for a moment. And then we'll bring it back in a low lunge. Step to the top of the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Tadasana, bring it all the way up. Exhale, airplane arms with your left leg back, full airplane. Open into half moon, right hand down, left arm high, really flex the left toes to the left, open really big into it. into a Jiva squat. So it's really standing split to a Jiva squat. Kick it back up, standing split, and then land it to the back of the mat. Left knee down, take an inhale. You can drop your hips forward for a second, then pull it back into half split. Another breath. Bring it back into low lunge. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Roll to the right and the left. We're gonna put the side plank. I'm staggering my feet because I like that variation. You can stack the feet back to high plank. Chaturanga, upward facing dog, inhale. Downward facing dog, exhale. Let's go for it again. Feet together, inhale, tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop, top of the mat. Halfway lift, lift your toes. Just one time forward fold. Tadasana, bring it up. Exhale, bring your arms back, right leg back. Half moon, open into it. Standing split, soften the bottom leg to get the top leg straighter. Jiva squat, gazes forward. Go ahead, back up to standing split so you can transition. Drop the back knee, sink forward. Exhale, pull it back for half splits. Bring it back to a low lunge. And then we'll go ahead, halfway lift, feet together. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, Tadasana. Exhale, airplane arms, and left leg goes back. Half moon, right hand down. Left leg, really high, flex the toes to the left or up towards the ceiling even. And from here, standing split. Let your head drop. Jiva squat, your gaze goes forward. So standing split, let your head drop. Land it to the back of the mat with the left foot. Sink into the hips. Exhale, pull it back, half split. Back into a low lunge. Plant your palms, step back, high plank. Inhale, shift forward. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. One more time. And we'll go in a little different direction with it. Feet together. Tippy toes. Exhale, step or hop. Top of the mat. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, forward fold. Tadasana. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, back bend if you want it. Inhale, reach it high. Exhale, arms go back. Right leg goes back. Full airplane. Half moon, and then right hand maybe grabs your right foot. So it's like a half sugar cane pose. We're going back to a standing split. Jiva squat with hands to prayer for 3, 2, 1. Sit all the way down. Left fingertips behind you, right arm goes high. Exhale, twist over the left shoulder. Move through your neck, release in your jaw. Whatever is troubling you right now. Breathe in, breathe out, and then what comes to mind is your first thought, first choice on that decision. Trust it. Don't second guess yourself. If we quiet down the mind enough, we can listen to the heart. We can listen to the breath. Listen to ourselves more than other people. From here, gentle back bend. Right hand goes down. Press your hips forward as you lift the left heel and back bend. I'm going to put my hand behind my head to press into my hand and create a bigger back bend. Side body and back bend. We'll drop it all the way back and down. Press into your left foot. Right leg goes back up high and land it to the back of the mat. If you want, this time you can come up into Crescent Lunge. Reach it up and exhale. Pyramid. Move your right foot out to the right and closer in and fold into it. If you like those half moons to half splits, you can stay with that or say full splits depending on where you're at in your practice. Taking another moment here. Try to lengthen the spine and then hinge from the hips more than rounding in the back, especially around the shoulders. Alright, so from here, let's go ahead and bring the feet together or closer towards each other, and then turn the toes out, heels in, sit down into frog or Malasana. I like to roll the wrist here. Always feels good to roll the neck wherever you can. We're going to play with this one more time on the other side, but it's like lean back into happy baby. Find your version of it. We at least want the knees and feet wider than the hips. That's like the goal no matter what. And then from here, I like to rock it only sometimes, so it depends. You don't have to always be moving. You could be still if something feels right and you want to stay with it a little longer. Cross your ankles, rock and roll, and we'll go right into downward facing dog. Feet together, inhale, tippy toes, exhale, step or hop, top of the mat, halfway lift, inhale, exhale, fold, Tadasana, bring it up, back bend, exhale, inhale, reach up, arms go back, left leg goes back, so you're in airplane, lift, 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 take flight here for 3, 2, 1, right hand down, left leg high, left arm high, maybe you grab onto your left foot. Yep, yep, yep. Have your right hand out to the right and then open into it. Push that right knee, or push the left knee back. There's a lot going on here. Give yourself credit for going for it. And then we'll release to standing split to a Jiva squat for 3, hands at prayer for 2, and then 1, sit it down, seated twist, right fingertips behind you to sit really tall, left arm high, inhale. Exhale, twist it over the right shoulder. Ooh, my back cracked there. Use your breath. We're going to go for a gentle counter twist. Left hand lands down behind you, not as deep in the twist. Lift your right heel, right hand behind your head, and then back bend here and open it up. And drop it back and down. From here, we're going to come back up to a standing split. Land the left foot to the back of the mat. Crescent lunge. Inhale, come up. As you exhale, straighten out the front leg. Move the left foot out to the left and in. So it's a short and a wide stance. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Need fingertips on the ground or blocks, and then fold. Again, you can take your half split if you want that instead, and try some variations with that. You can always soften your front knee a little bit if it feels like it's too intense. One more breath in, and then step forward. We're going to turn the toes out one more time for Malasana or frog, really opening up in the hips. You can take so many different arm variations. Just keep checking in with what you want. So we're nice and lifted in this pose, chin parallel to the ground. And when we roll it all the way back, drop your feet and lift your hips up for bridge. Try to relax your glutes a little bit once you fully get lifted up. Try not to let the knees move out. Pull them in just slightly so that the knees are over the ankles. And then slowly release with the knees together and the feet apart so you can rock your legs left and right. Kind of windshield wiper them here. And bring your right leg on top of your left. You can take figure 4 or eagle legs. And with eagle legs, you could hover the right foot. You could wrap it under, anything you want. So figure 4, eagle legs, or whatever version you need. But the right leg is on top. Go ahead and press your left foot down and kind of scoot your hips over to the right. And then allow your legs to fall over to the left, but keep your right shoulder down as your right palm is up and gaze to your right. And I'm rocking a little out and then back in. This might help you too. Because you might go in and just like push it, so ease into it. There's Layla. Right on time. And then bring the legs back to center. You could start with your hips over to the left. That's another option. Left leg on top of the right. Wrap them up as much as you want. If you're wrapping them up all the way, squeeze the legs. Let the legs fall to the right. Gaze to the left. Left shoulder stays down and gaze over the left palm. And again, here I'm going to kind of back out and go back in. Kind of playing with that edge. Yeah. And bring the legs back in. Release them, shake them out. Like literally kick, 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 shake it out. Hug it, nice big hug. Get as comfortable as you can for Shavasana. You really don't want to have any effort here, so if you want blankets, pillows, anything like that, turn the lights down, anything like that, go for it. If you want your kitty, you can place your kitty right on you. Just lay down. Give yourself this time right here, right now, to know whatever choices you made for yourself were the best choices you could make at the time. That you only had a certain amount of knowledge and experience to make those choices. And forgive yourself for any of them that you felt did you wrong or turned out bad or you maybe regret, because if you could have chose something different, you would have. But you went with what you believed was right. Just like your practice, right? You chose each pose as it came up for that moment because you did the best you could in that moment. Let your breath be natural. And picture right at your third eye center, right between the eyebrows. Picture like a window that is wide open. Like your body is your home, right? It's housing your soul. And then picture right at your third eye center that there's this window that's just open and the air is moving in and out. Maybe you look out the window or you look in the window. Just notice what you see. Is it clear? Is it cloudy? Is there sunshine? What version of you is inside of that window? Is it the child version of you? Is it the adult version of you right now? Let's sit with this meditation for a few more minutes. Go ahead and take your time to come out of your pose. come to a seated pose. Sitting nice and tall, hands to prayer. Take the wisdom from your heart and then move it up to that third eye center. Trust this. Trust who you are, and trust that you make the right decisions in that moment for yourself. Breathe in. Breathe out. Decide. Bowing to the teacher in all things. Namaste. Thank you so much. Love you guys, and I hope everyone's doing well. I love when you give me feedback. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.